Alright, Cashless Society here again today with another video on the inevitable world of digital assets. And I've had a couple people in the comments saying that my intro is way too long, so I changed it there for you. It was too long, but you know what? I just wanted to put that little clip together, see how it worked out, and I thought it was pretty cool. But hey, my intro now is very short, so nothing to complain about there, right? But I don't know if you guys have followed this guy, Trevon James. You might know him if you've been around in crypto for a little bit. He was known for shilling the BitConnect scam and all of that, and apparently this guy made a lot of money in 2017. I think upwards over $1 million. One thing to know about him, he's pretty good at calling the projects that are going to blow up, and he's pretty good at calling trades. So if you're interested in those kind of things, go ahead and give him a subscribe. He's not going to deep dive projects for you. He's not going to do all that stuff, but he's good at basically speculating. But yeah, I can't compete with his intro. This thing is hilarious though, so I had to show you if you haven't seen it already. Let's give it a look.
What's up, everybody? It's me, Trevon James, and it's time for some of that good intangible coin talk. Those coins you can't touch or...
Okay, yeah, so I'm sorry guys, I can't compete with that. I guess I'm not that creative. Maybe I'll do some thinking and see what I can come up with, but that's hilarious. Alright, so I don't really have a crypto video for you today. I actually wanted to talk about the traditional world of finance as it is now today, and let's take a look at that. So I noticed this article pop up, how Elon Musk briefly became the fifth richest man earlier this week. I think it was on Monday or so. So his net worth got close to 74 billion. A couple things to highlight in here. Tesla shares have quadrupled. It's up 400% since the crash in March at the start of this pandemic. Finance is so screwed up right now. This is the whole point of this is, stocks are doing crypto type stuff. But it's honestly sad. People are kind of really distracted about what's actually going on around the world. If you actually take a step back and think about this, what is really happening to finance is the rich are getting filthy rich right now, at least on paper. We'll see how this all works out for them. Obviously they have to cash in on what they own to realize the gains that they have. But anyway, you see Jeff Bezos is at 183 billion. Last time I looked at this, when things were actually normal, he was at like 90, 100 billion. So this guy is almost doubled his wealth during the pandemic. Bill Gates, same kind of thing. Well, Zuckerberg's up there. And then you got Elon now here at 72 billion. Oh, times are crazy. I'm sure he was probably somewhere at like 2015-ish, earlier during the crash. This doesn't make sense, but honestly what I think is happening is the top is continuing to absorb all the wealth. This is like one big money heist going on right now, and no one's paying attention. You got the bottom 99% is unemployed pretty much, struggling to keep their jobs, struggling to pay their bills, their mortgages. That whole safety from having to pay your mortgage back is coming to an end on the 25th of this month, I believe, as well. So you're going to see a lot of foreclosures and everything there. Meanwhile, the wealth is just getting, the wealthy top is just getting filthy rich. So this isn't funny, but it feels like nobody's really paying attention, and it's kind of sad. But if you look at this, Tesla is just super bubble right now, 400% in March. Now 400% since March, and this highlight right here though. But the company has yet to turn a full year net profit, leading some analysts to argue its stock is currently overvalued. Of course it's overvalued. It's in a freaking bubble. 400% since March. It's a joke. And they're still yet to turn a full year net profit. Tesla cars are awesome, not hating there, but stock market's doing crypto type stuff right now, and it's it's just crazy because it's like a cash heist. going on. I mean, look at Amazon, 100%, over 100% now. Last time I looked at this, it was up to 70%. It just keeps going. If you actually zoom out on this thing on a log scale too, this is a bubble. Who knows how high it can run up or how long it can continue, but it will crash, and it will crash hard. But expect that to happen after all these guys are cashing out on their shares at the top, because they know what's going on, and you'll be last to know. What else? Facebook, same thing. Zuckerberg, guy's up for 100% since the start of all this, almost 80-something%. And, I've showed you this before, but that's because of this money supply. I mean, look at these massive candles on, the printing, basically. You haven't seen any. This is monthly candles, by the way, too. So you haven't seen this in history up until now. And it's just crazy. Of course, stocks are going to blow up. What else are they going to buy with this cash? But this is not going to last. Just keep in mind, these are all dollar valuations, and they're printing dollars into oblivion. So this won't go on forever, but it might in the near to midterm. I did see, this is another thing I want to show you real quick. I've talked about it before. So the S&P 500 is supposed to be, 500 companies, to measure the overall health of the United States economy, basically. But, man, so the first two, Microsoft and Apple, 6% each, roughly. This was July 13th as well, so I'm sure it's a little different by now, but still. So 12% of the S&P 500. So the top 500 stocks, 12% of it is two companies. If you scroll down the list, I think Amazon, Facebook, Google, all added up into here make up like 20% of the S&P 500. So my point here is that while everyone's distracted and everything, what's happening is the largest companies in the world, largest corporations, are just absorbing all the money. And this will probably go on forever. You see, or be everlasting. That is, like, small to mid-sized businesses might be out forever, and the world might just end up being controlled by massive corporations, just a couple big corporations that own everything. So the wealth is getting shifted more and more and more to the top. Meanwhile, you got unemployment rates still at 11%. It's actually higher than that, but these numbers are, just to make people feel comfortable. I would have to dig a little deeper to try and see what the actual number really looks like. But yeah, still, it's not good. 14% in April. I didn't pull it up, but I also saw yesterday Trump indicating that he believed this pandemic would get worse before it got better. So that's one thing to continue to pay attention to, because what's happening is you're seeing the narrative shift from, oh no, we're going to have a V-bottom stock market and then get back to normal and everything will be smooth sailing. Now he's shifting the narrative, saying that things could get worse. So just keep an eye on that, because what he's saying, or what anyone in power is always going to say, they're just going to give you little breadcrumbs to what's actually going to happen, because they're changing the narrative and setting the mindset for the world. So, we could see over the next couple months, even, it could be short term, we see another big market crash, and then they might, this is when crypto comes into play, by the way, in my opinion. So massive market crash, and then they're going to say, okay, we got to do something different. What do? Let's go ahead and implement the cryptocurrency and the central bank digital currencies and, the XRP type gold standard stuff. Believe it or not, here nor there, this is what they're doing. They're rolling out the Cashless Society, and they need to inflict pain on everyone before they bring out the solution. People have to be like, oh, the world is ending. What's happening? Please fix it. And then once you have everyone, buckling under that pressure, they will be easy to accept any new ideas that the people in charge say is the new solution to the problem. The fact of the matter is, though, they've had this forever. They've been planning this. Maybe not the pandemic. Once again, that's an opinion thing. But as far as bringing out a digital economy, a cashless society, a digital fiat system, that's coming. And they've had it in the works for a while, and it's about to get rolled out by the end of this year into next year, I would say. So, yeah, quick video here for you. Just wanted to briefly cover all this. So thanks for watching. As always, please like, subscribe, share with your friends and family, and stay tuned for the next one. Thank you.
What is a cashless society? What does it actually mean in a literal or high-level sense?
Money will become like these, relics of a different age, and will only be found in places like this. In other words, hard cash will disappear. It will become electronic, transferred by things like these.
Then Tracy is in Beijing to show us what a nearly cashless society actually looks like. Ben, good morning.
Mobile payment transactions in China reached a cumulative total of 277.4 trillion RMB in 2018, ranking #1 in the world, according to the recently released statistical report on internet development in China. As of June 2019, online payment users in the country reached 633 million. The cashless society is now approaching.
When's the last time you paid with cash? Well, chances are cash has taken a backseat to the plastic in your wallet and smartphone pay apps.
Denver 7's Ryan Luby explains the digital pay revolution and why not everyone is on board.
The cashless society, the cashless society.
The cashless society.
The cashless society is now approaching.
The cashless society.